Let it grow and enhance your grow with Mac Kush. Feel the power from the leaves and the lush. Every harvest brings a different kind of rush. Let it grow and enhance your grow with Mac Kush.
Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. Glad having you here today for another episode of the strain growing journey. Maybe you are wondering why I'm having a fishing rod in my hand. Well, there is a reason for. I thought about what to do with the trim rest, which I don't use anymore, and with the stems and branches of my plants. Normally I throw them away, but I thought, why should I throw them away and not use them, for example, for smoking fish? So my plan is to catch wild trout in a remote river in the mountains, and later on we will smoke that fish with the branches and stems of our plants. I dried them out before, I grinded them to powder, and let's see how this turns out. But there is more to come. We will also make a homemade brine, and to make the brine where we put our fish inside if we catch, the brine is made with activated so-called decarboxilated flowers and trim rests, and this is what we add into our brine. So it's gonna be a very interesting experiment. I never tried it before, and let's find out if it's working, if it's possible to smoke trout with branches and stems, and also to do a brine which gets maybe effect on the fish and further also flavor from the flower to the fish. And after we have done all of that, we will also take a look at my new grow space, or let's say at the new arranged grow space. I did some redecoration. I was moving all the tents and everything because I got one more, and I will show you how I arranged everything, how I put my new tents in place, and will tell you a bit more why I did it and what is probably the benefit for me in terms of having more ease when I'm growing. But that's what we're gonna do later. Let's now get to the river, cast out and get some trouts. And here we are, guys. Welcome to the river, one of the most beautiful places you can imagine. This is pure wilderness, and here we have the chance to catch big wild trout. Nowadays not anymore very common to really find wild trout. Most of the time farmed trout set into the lakes and rivers that you can catch them, but here it's really a natural wild trout. Thanks to the caretakers of this river, they really take care very well, and this also shows that they do respectful fishing. Sustainability is one of the most important things here, that also coming generations are able to enjoy trouts from a local river. That also means you don't take everything you catch. The smaller ones you let go and you let them grow and you let them multiply. And after they breed it and you're gonna catch them, it's absolutely okay, but you gave them at least the chance to grow and to multiply, because the multiplication is what later makes the substance of the river. If you just do it responsible and just take what the river can accept without getting harmed, then you do it the right way. But now it's time to catch one of these trouts, because I'm not only here for casting, I also want to have trouts. Well, I found a spot. There is a bit deeper hole at a wall of a construction, and I'm casting there now, and let's see if I have it. And here we are. The first bigger one. Well, not too big, but I thought it's big. Sometimes they make a lot of trouble on the rod, but at the end they are just tiny, like 20 centimeter or something. But at least a catch is a catch. It's a fantastic feeling. It's really adrenaline, energy, and it's pumping. Absolutely amazing thing. A small one, we will release it back and let it grow and wait for the little bigger ones. And here we are, the first one of acceptable size. We're gonna take that back home and we'll smoke that. It's a wonderful, beautiful fish. It looks incredible. It's pure joy just seeing it. Well, and we also got the final boss. Unfortunately, we have no footage of it because the cameraman was not recording when I caught it. Well, he thought he is recording, but he didn't, so yeah. Anyway, at least we took a picture of it, and here we go. This is the final boss, 47 centimeter wild trout. After we caught another big one and 2 decent ones, we said it's time to get back home and doing our work. Because now the work comes. We have to take out the organs of the fish, we have to prepare the brine and so on. And to do that, I'm showing you just doing the brine and the decarboxylation of the flowers now, because the act of handling the fish is probably a bit too cruel for some who are not so much into that, so I better don't show that, and we'll show you the fish later when it's ready. Now we will put that in the oven, and on a 120 degree we will roast it for about 30 minutes. Then we take it out, and then the flowers are activated. In our brine we will put salt, juniper, pepper, and for sure the flowers, the grinded flowers. And then we'll put the fish inside, put it in the brine and let it soak. Well, to have the exact measure, I took per liter 75 grams of salt, and all other stuff you're gonna put inside is up to you. I will not mention the amount, just for the salt 75 grams per liter, and you should cover your entire fish with the liquid. So that means you have to measure it and then calculate the amount of salt you need to add in. For those who are not familiar with a brine and why we are putting the fish inside that, well, before a fish can be smoked, it first takes a long bath in a brine. This is a mixture of water, salt and herbs and other stuff we put inside. It's up to you. And on a microscopic level, the salt pulls out excess moisture from the fish. At the same time, it penetrates the muscle fibers, firming up the texture and changing the very structure of the meat. This makes the fish not only taste better, but also last longer. The salt acts as a natural preservative, protecting it from unwanted bacteria. After 12 to 24 hours in the brine, we take out the fish, gently rinse and dry it. The surface becomes slightly tacky. It's a thin protein layer that forms naturally. It's essential because it helps the smoker later cling evenly to the fish, giving it that rich golden color and unmistakable smoky aroma. Well, beside the brine, which is already activated and infused, we will also take use of our stems and branches of our previous runs. Therefore, I used completely dry branches and stems. I cut them in smaller pieces and I removed the peel of them. As it was quite a lot to do, I asked a friend of mine who owns a lumber workshop, and I was able using his machines. And when I used his machines, it was a job of 5 minutes. All the pieces had been cut to the same size, like the one you can see right now. And these pieces later went into another machine where they got grinded, and the result is looking like that. The whole thing is grinded and it's not smelly the way I thought it smells, but at least it's what it is. So let's give it a try and smoke it out. We add in our homemade smoke powder to the table smoker. It's a small one, just 4 trouts will fit in, or just 2 if they are bigger. Underneath there is a heating plate, and when it heats up, slowly the smoke appears and the material starts getting burned and the smoke set free and will surround the entire skin of the trout. It's super important that the trouts are completely dry, cause otherwise they become bitter and also they become too dark. Now let's take a look at them. They look good, but they take definitely a bit more time. In total, I think around 20-22 minutes. And after another 5 minutes, here we are. The smoking result is great. The outlook of the fish is fantastic. Can't wait to try it. And the aroma, well, I can smell definitely a bit of the brine and of the activation. But let's give it a try and bite into it, and then we know if we also deliver the taste in the fish. This fish looks awesome. Smoked wild brook trout tastes delicate, buttery with a touch of sweetness. That's pure luxury to experience. And the taste, wow guys, the taste is just dynamite, pure dynamite. This is awesome. It's one of the best fish I ever had. And you can definitely taste the aroma of the flowers. It's earthy a bit on the side. Next to this smoke you have these earthy tones and a bit of walnut. This is all coming from our flowers. It's just an incredible flavor profile, completely rounded. Normally I eat trout combined with homemade horseradish, cream horseradish to be precisely, and this time it's the first time that I ate it without, because there is no need for anything. It's just having the pure flavor of the trout. All of that combined with the flavors of our flowers, and that rounds the complete profile and makes it to be a very outstanding experience. Well, the conclusion is that I will definitely keep my stems and branches in the future and will do that again, because it showed me it's possible. It delivers the flavor you want. It's smoky on one hand, on the other hand you feel there is something. There is also an effect coming, not incredible much effect, but I was not hunting for the effect, I was more hunting for the flavor, and the flavor is given, the flavor is there. And for me, it's an experiment where I can say it was 100% success for me. Now as I caught fire, I will definitely go ahead trying to experiment around with different genetics, different flavors, and I'm using them for the brine, because the brine is having the biggest influence in the taste of the meat later. The smoke is additional, but it flavors for sure, but the real taste of it comes from the decarboxilated flour in the brine, and that will deliver me probably also different aromas when I'm using different flowers, because as you know, every different genetic is having its very own aroma and profile. So we are using different genetics and play around with it. Maybe I'm also going to use different fish. I'm about to catch some of the catfish, and I don't know if you are into that or not, but smoked catfish is also next level stuff. When their size is around 1 meter, they are good to cook, but if they are bigger, like 2 meter, 2 meter 10, 2 meter 20, they are not so tasty anymore, because they are too old. So better trying to catch the smaller ones, catching big ones, and you will have probably the fight of your lifetime. It's insane, it makes a lot of fun, and more about that in one of the next videos if you like to see more of that. Let's see. But before that, we will definitely have some other videos upcoming. One of the very soon coming videos is one about our updated grow space. You probably have recognized already that there are some changes, and even bigger changes had been done. More about that in the video about it. I will tell you everything about the new equipment installed and how I operate it. Not sure guys if you like this new part of the show. If not, just let me know in the comments. If yes, please also let me know. I hope you like what you have seen. If so, please leave a like and hit the subscribe button. And you also won't miss any news on the channel. And I hope to see you next Sunday for another episode of the strain growing journey, Grow of a Bro, or another adventure like today where we smoked wild trout with stems and branches of our most beloved plant.